Hey everybody, it's Shisha here from SalesforceWay.com. I recently had a chat with one of my audience by email, and I asked him a question. What is his number one challenge in his career path? Apparently he's a Salesforce developer, right? So he answered me like this. Let me read the email in my mobile phone. I don't remember, it's a too long text. So he thinks his number one challenge is to keep focus. There are multiple reasons. The reason number one is that there are so many resources, so many courses, and so many technologies to keep up with. And the reason number two is that at times I find myself study admin exams as well. And number three is that I'm learning front-end development. And number four is like, sometimes I need to learn the Salesforce releases. Number five, I focus on learning object-oriented programming languages with Java. Number six, I'm reading APIs because I sometimes need to do the integrations. So, because of this, he found it's really hard to keep focus. Okay, let me answer. So this is a problem everybody has, right? Nowadays, because of the internet, there's so many technologies, there's so many resources, so many free resources for you to study, so much to keep focus. My answer actually is very, very simple. Is to keep focus instead of doing so many stuff. Keep your focus. What do I mean? Let me give you some reasons and a practical step. The really important step is that I understand everybody has a to-do list. You put your things into your to-do list and you rank them by priorities. So instead of do these things one by one, my recommendation is that you rank them and then you delete rest of them by only have 2 or 3 items remaining in your to-do list. This is really counterintuitive. In the past, I have a long list because I want to keep all of them in focus, all of them up to date. But I realized that I just cannot do that. Even if I did it, even if I spend a lot of time did it, I'm kind of average on everything. The very important part is to really train yourself to have the habit to clean the list, which means delete the items that are less important than the top 3. At this moment, what I'm really focusing on is in my job is writing Apex code. I write a little bit front-end development, like the Lightning Web component. I learn it every now and then, but my focus is still in the Apex. And in my spare time, what my hobby is, as you can see, is create the audio and create the video. That's very simple. That's my to-do list, only these items. By doing that, I realize how powerful this strategy is. I don't have to switch forth and back and understand which one is more important than the other. I now just need to focus every day. When I get to that point, the time point, then I know it's the time to do this stuff. So that's the power of the habit. And by doing that, then I'm so much relieved. I don't need to think a lot of things anymore. And a lot of things, I think they are really not that important as you thought it was. And also, I want to say that if you only have 2 or 3 items left in your to-do list, a lot of people will say, what if I don't know this front-end development in my job? And a lot of people want to learn the new technology, but I cannot keep up with. It doesn't really matter, To get a success career, you only need basically one shot. You need to be good at one thing, very, very, very good. It means you master that skill, and then when your opportunity comes, you take the opportunity and do that shot. Then you become famous. A lot of people in our space, in Salesforce ecosystem, they are really good developers. But if you really think about them, what they are really famous for example, Dan Appleman, he's the author of the Advanced Apex Programming. He's super good at Advanced Apex Programming. I don't know how good his JavaScript is. I know he created some Pluralsight JavaScript courses, but the Apex is what he's really good at. That's what he's famous for. He doesn't really need even to know a little bit JavaScript at all. He just needs to be focused on the Apex, and he's already the top notch. So understand the importance of niche down. So for ordinary people like you, like me, we don't have that much time. Really focus on the niche, and once you really master it, then start to grow up a little bit. after that. Point number 3, it's very important. Be patient. This is super important nowadays in our society, because everybody just gets something done easily. You have a social media and you have all this free internet stuff. You want them to happen immediately, like today or tomorrow. If they don't happen, then you lose patience, you lose your focus. Don't do that. Now, as a software engineer, as a Salesforce developer, these things, like a fundamental things, those solid foundations, they really take time to hone those skills, like a clean code, object-oriented design, advanced Apex, the enterprise design. Those things, like those books, people spend years, even 10 years or decades to write those books. They put all their wisdoms into those books. Don't think that you can just read the book once, then you learn everything. There's no way like that. I've read those books so many times, I keep forgetting, and I go back to those books again to try to practice, and each time when I have the puzzle, I go back to the book to reread those stuff. Those things, they are somebody else's wisdom. You just have to keep practicing for so long, then you start to gain those wisdom. It's the difference between the knowledge and the wisdom. Something you get by reading the book, that's just a knowledge, and you will forget that. But by practicing them in the real project, in your real life, then you gain the wisdom. You start to know why to use it, how to use it, and by what situation you will use it. So these things are really important. It takes a lot of time. That's the wisdom. So be patient. This is the thing I want to tell you. So be focused and be patient, and understand the importance of the niche down. Don't lose your focus, Don't get easily distracted by somebody else who had a sudden success. So this is the thing I want to share with you. I hope it brings a bit of value to you as well. So see you next time.